Okay, so we're officially starting. So hello everybody and welcome. This is Bling at Library, of course, and this is the training call on the art and zen of Navel-Gazing marketing, how to get more clients by doing what you really want, tooting your own horn and letting that opinionated out. I am so very excited to be here with you today, and I want to send you a big virtual hug. Today's training is quite different from any other training calls. We're not talking about marketing tactics. It's about the 3 strategies of 5 steps to XYZ. It is going to be big picture stuff, big thinking that is going to change your perspective on how you do you in your business. My intention is that after this call and the following 3 emails that you will receive in the next week on applying the concept to building a solid foundation to your business and marketing, you will be able to have more of you in your business. You will see marketing through a different lens and be able to use it to support your big vision and message while having fun doing it. With that quite ambitious goal in mind, if you are with me, I want you also to set an intention to give the next hour your full attention, because how much you get out of this conversation depends on how much attention and intention you put into integrating it into the way you roll in your business. You may be able to process it in your brain, in your mind, in your thinking head, but making it work, I'd say, is a visceral thing. This call is for you if you want to have more of you in your business, and that's capital Y-O-U. You are sick of being stifled by the chutes of running a coaching business. And you're done with chasing your tail on the hamster wheel with endless programs and trainings. You are done with one-size-fits-all and ready to create and innovate. You want to fully express yourself in your business. This call will not benefit you if you are not ready to pick up the safety blanket offered by the quote-unquote tried and true. If you're too lazy or too scared to face your gremlins and do the hard inner game work to support the results, or if you're not open to new ideas that challenges the status quo. Before we move on, I want to remind everyone who is on the call live that, as promised, I will be giving away a door prize at the end of this call. So if you want to score my self-guided program on how to use essential oils to release fear, please stick around. Not that I want you to get distracted, but you can feel free to take a moment to learn more about this program at tinyurl.com/sb-fear. Moving on. This call has generated quite a bit of interest, and I have quite a few folks on the line who are new to me, so I'm going to take just a few moments to introduce myself. Even if you've seen me around, read my stuff, I'm going to share with you a new piece of my experience that is still percolating and unfolding for me. So you probably have not heard it in its entirety. So who am I and what do I do? I can get all existential on you and that one, but I won't for now. I am the business artist, Gypsy Soulstormer, and Chief Freedom Fighter at Library.com, where coaches come to me for some juicy business work and marketing activation. And you can get them from my blog post, the self-guided programs available on the website, or my private coaching programs. My superpower is to help coaches nail their shtick that is completely aligned with their souls and then translate it into actionable steps. I help my clients supercharge their actions not only through practical strategies and marketing tools, but also through their growth and development. So they not only grow their businesses, but also let their businesses grow them. I have a left brain meets right brain approach, and through this, I help my clients uncover the truth and tap into their intuition. Then ground those light bulb moments with practical strategies and marketing tactics to build a profitable and sustainable coaching business that is a full expression of themselves. So it is not like rainbows and unicorns kind of self-help stuff I'm talking about here. It is about translating your growth, your gifts, and your message into a thriving business. This chapter of my journey that I'm going to share with you today started almost exactly a year ago. Back then, Cyber's main business was providing done-for-you content for health and wellness coaches and practitioners. It was great. It was plugging along nicely, and I was able to make a generous full-time income working some 45 hours a day while spending quality time with my baby. But something was missing. You see, I have done my share of group programs and paid my dues in the info product department. I know the strategies and the tactics. I implemented. I have been getting okay results, but they were not consistent, and sometimes I felt like I was just going through the motion. I was not having as much fun, and I didn't know why. I was on the hamster wheel of hoarding knowledge and pushing through the implementation, but ignoring what I really want this business to do for me. So thank goodness the universe sent me my coach, Marcy. Like me, we both have some intuitive gifts, and we hit it off right away. We're still working together on things that really push my envelope. In our first conversation exactly a year ago, she nailed it. What I was doing was not aligned with what I truly want my business to bring me, to do for me. I wasn't fully being me in my business. Bingo! I put down a 5-figure investment, a stretch for me, and also a gesture of commitment to having what I want, what I really want, and started working with her. That was a turning point that changed my trajectory. In the summer of last year, I remember it was a hot day and we took the kids to San Diego. On our drive back, I wrote my manifesto, the 5 principles to having a biz that loves you back. The biggest thing that I realized was I want to make art have fun in my business. I want to create. I want to innovate. That's what gives me juice, getting people to see things from a different perspective and not blindly following the shoots. Even after this realization, there was still a load of mindset junk to plow through before I found the freedom. You see, when you step out of hiding behind the shoots, the blueprints and the systems and such, you are on the line. Nothing to hide behind, and they're freaking scary. So although I had that realization of wanting to fully express myself in my business, I was sort of handcuffed by my own knowledge in marketing, the shoots, the sort of, that's how things work, that's what the big wigs are doing. I had to unschool myself. Between summer at the end of last year, I kind of fluctuated between doing the shoots and doing me in my business. The signposts were everywhere, clear as day. When I follow my instinct and do what I want to do, my PayPal account company, I was on the right track. So slowly but surely, I built up the muscle and the confidence to follow my heart. That brought me to this year. In January, I got a dip in confidence. I lost some trust and was tempted to go for group program therapy, sign up for a few of those and, get the magic bullets. I reached out to my coach and she asked me point blank, why are you still looking for some magic bullet that is outside of you? Smack on the head. One question, no sugarcoating. That is powerful coaching. So I decided to go on a group program diet on all business and marketing trainings, cold turkey. Even if it is scary, even if I don't have that, lifesaver to hold on to. I am determined to wean myself from all the shoots and do my business my way so that I am fully expressed in everything I put out to the world. I made a pledge to my community and myself that there will be no more rehashing of the same old, same old. I threw everything I have learned about enrollment conversation out the window, and I went with heart and guts. And that week, I signed 4 high-end clients in 4 days. I started to have more fun in my business, and I am loving the flow because my core, my vision, and my message are aligned with my actions. During the past 3 months, I have been doing a lot of inner work and also reflecting on the process of creativity and innovation in the context of running a coaching business. At the same time, I also got certified in the fear-releasing method, which has become an integral part in helping myself and my clients remove some of what is holding us back from stepping up to lift our vision and spread our message. Give you an example here. As we overcome her mindset hurdles, my platinum client, Christy, sprung into action, and that is amazing. She signed 9 clients in 3 weeks, and every week we get onto the phone, she said, oh, I just picked up 4 more clients since we talked. That's really awesome. And another platinum client, Rick, took his vision from just ideas that have been swirling in his head for 2 years to a new coaching business completed with a program to sell and an on-brand website in less than 12 weeks while still working his 2 other businesses. And that happened after we worked through his fears. So our goal prize today is very on topic. Check out this URL if you want to check it out. Check it out later. tinyurl.com/sg-fear. So this brings us to the meat of today's call, the art and then of navel-gazing marketing, how to get more clients by doing what you really want, tooting your own horn, and letting that inner opinionated bitch out. Okay, let's get a sip of tea. So at the core of this approach is building a business that serves you. I always like to ask my clients, what do you want your business to do for you? There are many ways to design and build a business. But if you are enslaved to the running of it rather than having it support a lifestyle you desire, I don't think it's worth it. Now, I made up the term navel-gazing marketing on purpose. Because I really want to shake things up for you. I don't want to use terms that have been codified and abused in this market space. Labels are prison bars. Sadly, most of the time, we put ourselves in jail by using cliche terms and limit our thinking to what's been done instead of venturing into what is truly possible. So now, let's dig in. Okay, what is navel-gazing marketing and how does it come about? Navel-gazing marketing is my cheeky way of referring to a way of doing marketing or really communicating about what you offer the world with a lot of you in the mix. Your personality, your philosophy, your quirkiness, your story, your experience, and your opinions. I have always wanted to make art have fun in my business. I want my marketing to be a form of self-expression, and I want to help my clients to do the same. Any business coach or copywriter worth her salt will tell you that your marketing copy is not about you. In fact, I was and still am, to a certain extent, a very loyal advocate of that. With most of my happy clients, I have helped them craft their marketing messages by taking them out of navel-gazing mode that focuses on them, their trainings, their modality, their experiences, philosophy, and process into what you would call a sort of client-facing, marketing kosher way of writing. Now, nothing wrong with that, and I'm going to elaborate on that in a little bit. All my clients become more articulate about how they can serve their clients and confident about their offerings. As a result, they raise their fees and get more clients. All very good stuff. However, my personal growth, my rebel personality, and my work with one particular client made me realize that there's more to it. This client has a big heart, big message, and he's so freaking poetic that it hurts me to stuff him into the client-facing marketing culture mode that every sort of guru is teaching. I know that even if I box him into that way of writing and marketing, it won't last, and he won't be happy. He won't be able to fully step up and own his superpower. If he can't shine fully, then his business won't bloom or let him be himself and his fullest potential. Also, the more clients I work with, the more I realize the tendency for people, particularly coaches and healers, to see marketing as one thing and their life's work as another. These two are completely disconnected from each other, and marketing is this stinky little bastard got tucked in the corner, treated as something to be endured once in a while. The client I just mentioned, he writes beautifully and does a great job communicating with his clients. Yet when we got to sort of quote-unquote marketing, he froze and had trouble connecting the dots together. So that got me thinking, what needs to happen so marketing can become something that feels natural and, dare I say, fun? Actually, I can say that because I usually have a lot of fun writing sales pages and promo materials in my weekly newsletter. You can't shut me up now. Here's my little bad habit. I use writing sales page as a way to procrastinate. I would text my coach, I would say, I just resorted to sales page therapy. And she would ask, what are you hiding from? So back to making marketing fun and easy. I looked at what makes marketing fun for me, and my most successful, impactful, and satisfying pieces are those in which I put a lot of me in the mix. I told my story, I let my voice come through, I opinionated on my philosophy, or you can call that I just went. I shared my quirkiness, warts and all. Folks responded very well to them. They felt connected to me and that they could trust me. They felt that there was a person behind the product or program. And remember, people buy from people to whom they can relate, not a sleek faces website or a company logo. Especially in the coaching business, people have to trust you, and ultimately they buy with emotions. So in the creation of those marketing materials, I approach them as a form of self-expression. Of course, I have the knowledge in marketing best practices, but I didn't use them sort of boilerplate style. I selected the best practices that served my intention and purpose, and being intentional is huge for me. The final product may not be textbook sales letter, but it makes me happy. First and foremost, I wrote like myself. The notion of marketing didn't cross my mind at all. I just thought, I have this product and I want to tell people about it. And I want to do it my way because I don't want to look or sound like anybody else. Frankly, as much as part of me loves like systems and proven whatever, most of the time those quote-unquote tried and true systems, blueprints, or processes you have learned in the thousands of look pretty much the same training programs leave you with lukewarm materials that are quite a few inches from scratching the itch. They're formulaic, and if you just pile them on without filtering them through your vision, your message, your personality, and your superpower, you will end up with some Frankensteinish Me Too content. I would venture out to say that using a canned formula without adding your own personality is fine if you're just moving some $50 product and call it a day. If you're in the coaching, healing, or service-based businesses and you want to get high-paying clients, if you want to do the math, you will need those if you don't want to burn out or go broke. You need to create that trust and emotional connection. Even if you're just selling a $50 product, because every touch point you have with a potential client reflects who you are. And if you want them to graduate from a $50 product to a $5,000 program eventually, you cannot skim on your communication. Take a sip of tea. So next, the question is how to apply this concept to marketing. Sounds complicated, right? When you sign up, I promise to show you how to make marketing feel natural. So let's talk about that. There is a lot of preconception about marketing. Most people see it as something outside of their core competency of being a coach, a practitioner, or a healer. Their perception being that their passion and expertise is one thing, and marketing is a necessary evil that comes with having to make money so that they can pay bills and stay afloat. Think of that for a moment. What if that's not true? What if what happens if we see marketing as a tool and an extension of your big vision and your big message? From my experience, people who dread marketing don't have a clear message. They're not sure about their who, why, and how. In a deep dive, big picture kind of way. And this is a topic I will share with you more in the 3 emails to follow in the coming week. Or they don't have the confidence to stand by it. They're fumbling around trying to figure out what to say to please other people, or to gain approval, or to be accepted, or to be right, or to get people to buy. And sort of like, getting people to buy is a way that they seek approval. And that's a game you cannot win because you can never make everybody happy.